Okay, today I'm gonna walk you through how to break 20 minutes for 5K. Now maybe you're 1% off or 2% off, in which case I think you should be aiming way higher. Or maybe you're 10 or 20%, which doesn't make it out of your realm to go for a sub 20 minute 5K, especially if you've not worked with speed or endurance before, or you've not worked with structure. That's gonna be even easier for you. And I can walk you through this so confidently because this is exactly what I did when I started running. And I went from a long way away from 20 minutes to running sub 20 minutes. But once I ran it, the thinking changed in my head. It was, I can hold 4 minutes per kilometer for 5K. So it's only a matter of training before I can hold this for twice the distance for 10K. And then all of a sudden, it's only a matter of training before I can hold it for a marathon and run 2 hours 48, which is a great marathon time. And then it's only a matter of training before I can hold it for 100K and run 6 hours 40, which would put me in the top 10 all-time British runners for 100K. And that's exactly what I did, and ran and won the British title and went on to represent Great Britain in the 100K. So if I can do that for 100K, I'm pretty certain that any person watching this can run sub 20 minutes easily. So here's what we need to do. Initially, we need to benchmark where you're at the moment. Where is your fitness? Where's your endurance? Where's your speed? Run 1,500 meters, 1.5K as fast as you can. All out effort, and that's your initial time trial. What that's going to enable us to see is your potential. And then what we need to do is to build on that and run that 3 times plus a little bit in order to run that time for 5K. So ideally, that 1,500 meter time trial comes out at 6 minutes. And then it's about working on that. It might take everything out of you, but it's just about building on that to make 4 minutes per kilometer feel comfortable. And we're gonna do that by making faster than 4 minutes per kilometer feel comfortable. Now, before I get into the specific sessions, I want you to understand that right now you're motivated. You're watching a video, you're getting ready to start it. You want to run 20 minutes, no doubt about it, or the equivalent, maybe it's 25 minutes for you. But you're motivated, and you've got to take that motivation and quickly turn it into drive, dedication, determination, or very simply, consistency and discipline. Those are your superpowers in running. If you wait in the week or in the month in order to feel great to go out there and run, you're not going to move forward very fast. You'll move forward some because it's the beginning of a journey and everybody moves forward no matter what they do. But don't take that for being anywhere near optimal. What you need to do is to hardwire the running within your schedule. And the best way to do that is to lay your kit out the night before so it's a non-negotiable that you run first thing in the morning. And that's the second point. If you can run first thing in the morning, instead of waiting it until the afternoon or evening after work especially, that is where your best energy is going. And it's gonna 10 times the level of return that you get from it versus you being pulled into a meeting or a Zoom call or having to respond to an email, and then all of a sudden you're tired trying to do your faster running. Be that first person who does it first thing in the morning. Again, it's another superpower. So I'm going to give you 3 interval sessions that you can do. And anybody can do these. No matter what your level is right now, you can do them. All what we're going to do is 10 times 2 minutes. So we're going to work with 20 minutes of volume, 10 reps of 2 minutes with 60 seconds rest in between. I want you to run faster than you can currently for that 1.5 kilometer time trial. So much faster than you can currently for 5K. And I want you to try and pace the session. So pace each individual rep so it's consistent. Pace maybe each sort of 3, 4, and pace the entire session. Then what you've got is 20 minutes of volume, probably working towards 5K or a little bit more because you're able to break it up and you've got those 60 seconds rest. What you're also going to get from the rest, and always keep 60 seconds as a rest, is you're going to teach your body, you're going to train your heart to get your breathing under control and let your heart go from high to low very quickly in 60 seconds. And initially, that rest is going to go like that. But with training, and consistency over the sessions, over the weeks, very quickly it will seem like a long time. And that's a brilliant skill to have when you're running a fast 5K or when you're running a fast 3,000 meters and you've overcooked it and you need to slow down a little bit and then go again. Great skill to have. Second session is 4 times 5 minutes. So we're just going to run 4 reps and we're going to still have 60 seconds rest in between. Now, within those 5-minute reps, you might have to run slower because it's 2.5 times the 2-minute rep, but there's only 4 intervals. So what pace can you hold them for? If you can work towards holding that 4-minute pace, then you're definitely on target to run 20 minutes for 5K. Again, work on and take those rests of 60 seconds as seriously as the rep. So within that, you're focused entirely on breathing through the nose, out through the mouth, getting your breathing under control, which will bring your heart rate down so that you can go again. And again, it's about pacing those 4 reps. Longer reps, but there's only 4 of them. The next interval session is 2 times 8 minutes and 1 times 4 minute. So we're working again with 20 minutes. So we're really working on that 20-minute 5K time. We're working with that level of volume, but we've increased again the rep length, which is going to mean that you maybe have to slow down, or hopefully you get to a point in the training that you can hold 5K pace, you can hold 4-minute pace per kilometer for 8K. Now that's going to take you some weeks, of course. But what I want you to do within that session is, again, keep 60 seconds rest as the constant recovery. But then when you do the 4-minute rep, switch up in gears and go faster. What that's going to do for you, if you go 8 minutes, 60 seconds rest, 8 minutes, 60 seconds rest, 4 minutes, and you run that 4 minutes faster, is going to make you into a person or a runner who can run faster in that final 2 kilometers, which is what we're trying to work on. A lot of 5K runners or parkrun runners go off fast, go too fast, then have to slow down, usually run the slowest kilometer in the 4th because they really start to get tired. Then the final kilometer, once they can see the finish line, they speed up, but they've already lost time. You want to be the type of person who can pace that all the way for 20 minutes or just less than 20 minutes and run 5K in sub-20. So over the weeks, consistency is key. And we're trying to develop our speed and endurance so that we can attack the 5K. So to do that, we need long runs. They're going to help build our endurance along with the total volume of the week. First specific long run is just long, slow distance, 15K. So we're running 3 times further than what we're trying to attack for the race, and that's just time on our feet, becoming efficient at moving over the ground slowly and building that aerobic base. So that might look something like 15 kilometers at 6-minute pace or 15 kilometers at 5:30. Think more in terms of effort. Is this conversational? Can I have a conversation with a friend whilst I'm doing this 15K? The perceived effort will be easier for the first K than it is for the last K because of the time that you spent out there and also dehydration and stuff like that. But keep it conversational. What that's going to do for you is going to make you efficient and moving over the ground. It's going to give you strength that can then feed into your interval running, which is going to feed into the final goal of you digging in the final couple of Ks and running a fast 5K. Second specific long run is 12 kilometers with a specific segment at 5K race pace plus 10%. So 10% slower than race pace. So if our race pace is 4 minutes, 10% of that is 24 seconds. So the middle 4K of that 12K run is run at 4:25 per kilometer. What that's going to do for us is give us an overall volume of 12K. So a lot further than what we're going to attack on race day. But that middle section is very, very similar to the running and the biomechanics that we're going to be using on race day. And what I want you to do for the first 4K and the last 4K is just keep that easy, just as your long, slow distance long run. And that middle bit, attack. Get ready for it, but be in control. So race pace plus 10%, 4 minutes and 24 seconds per kilometer. The third specific long run is a progressive long run. Again, 12 kilometers. What we're going to do is we're going to start easier and finish at 10% slower than race pace. So we're going to start at 5:30 per kilometer for the first 4K. And then for the middle 4K, we're going to run 5 minutes per kilometer. And then for that final 4K, we're going to run at 4:24, or if you want to, 4:30 per kilometer. If you can get to 4:24 after running 8K, so you're spending a lot of time out there, almost 2.5 times the distance that we're going to be attacking on race day. But the final 4 kilometers is very, very relevant to what we're trying to do on race day. It's going to give you a lot of confidence, and again, it's going to teach you or help your body to dig in and go faster in the final kilometers in the race. It's building strength. If you got anything from this video, please subscribe and help the channel. We're trying to be the best running channel on YouTube. But also, what's your fastest 5K currently? What's your fastest 5K and what are you aiming for? Let me know in the comments below.